Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Monarch Mom DIY. If you are here for the first time, welcome. I hope you will enjoy this video and take the time to subscribe and go see some of my other videos. I have different playlists of decor DIYs, my Monarch butterflies, and also planner videos. Today, I am taking two items that I have either purchased at a thrift store or I've had for a long time, and I'm revamping them, remaking them for this fall season. So I really hope you like what you see. Please go ahead and give my video a big thumbs up if you do like what you see. It really helps me to grow my YouTube channel. I also love talking with my subscribers, so please leave a comment if you have any questions or just something you'd like to say about the video or future videos that you would like to see. So with all that being said, let's get right on into this fall thrift store makeover video, and I'll see you all later. Thanks, bye. For this first makeover, I'm using a wood framed picture that I got at the thrift store, some chalk paint, a staple gun, some chicken wire, and these metal words from the Dollar Tree. The first thing I'm doing is just removing the picture and the mat and the backing from this picture. I was glad there was no glass that I would need to get rid of. Next, this frame is like a dark green color. I'm gonna take my truffle chalk paint by Waverly and just give this a nice coat. The wood is real wood and it's kind of very rough in texture, so I'm hoping that this will give it just a little bit more of a natural dark wood stain look. Once the paint was dry, I did flip over the frame, and using my staple gun and some wire cutters from the Dollar Tree, I'm very carefully securing this piece of chicken wire to the back of my frame. I did purchase this roll of chicken wire from Walmart in their gardening section, and it has lasted me through quite a few projects already. And taking my sanding sponge from the Dollar Tree, I'm just lightly distressing the edges of my frame just to give it more of that rustic farmhouse feel. Here I'm taking some jute string from the Dollar Tree and attaching a piece to the back with a little dab of hot glue. Then I'm just going to wrap it around the top portion of the frame a few times to give it some dimension. Next, I'm taking these 3 burlap flowers that were gifted to me, and I'm just going to, with a dab of hot glue, add the 3 in the top left corner. And last, I'm looking at this package of 3 metal words from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take the word thankful and tack it down in the bottom right hand corner. So my idea for this piece is to take some wooden clothespins. These are mini clothespins from Dollar Tree. And when it gets closer to Thanksgiving, maybe for the month of November, putting some little squares of cardstock out, and people can write down what they're thankful for. And so here is what the finished product looks like. I think personally that it's an upgrade from the picture that was in it, and it's functional, which I love. For the next project, I'm taking this Welcome Friends sign I've had for a while, some wording I printed out from the computer, white chalk paint, and nautical rope from Dollar Tree. The first thing I'm going to do is just give this sign a couple of coats of the Waverly chalk paint in the color white. The surface does have a little bit of a texture to it, but the chalk paint, of course, will stick just fine. I just love how this chalk paint covers, but I'm curious if any of you have used any other brands of paint that you prefer for your crafting projects. Let me know in the comments section. Once that chalk paint is finally dry, I'm going to use my method I've showed in some of my earlier DIY videos. I found the wording I wanted on Google Images and printed it out. And I'm just going to scribble number 2 pencil on the back of the wording and then trace it, and it will transfer to my sign. If you want a more detailed tutorial of how to do this, I will link that in the description box below, and I will try to do an iCard. I haven't done any of those yet, but it should pop up in the top right corner if I was successful in doing it. Here I'm just measuring, trying to get the wording as centered as possible, top to bottom, and also side to side. So like I said, the next step is to just take a pencil or a pen, it doesn't really matter, and trace around the wording on your papers, and then you will fill in the letters on the sign with a paint pen or even a Sharpie marker. So the first time I did this, I will tell you that I did not scribble enough on the back of my wording, so I could not even see it on the sign. I did go back and redo it, so there's always a way to fix it if you don't do it right the first time. I know some of my subscribers have also told me you can just purchase some carbon paper, and that is always a possibility. That takes away the step of needing to scribble the pencil on the back. So here's the word blessings after I've traced the pencil and started filling in the B. And then you'll see here after I've filled in all the letters that spell blessings. And the next thing I'm going to do, because my ultra fine tip black paint marker was dry, I used a Sharpie to go around count your, and then filled it in with the side of my slightly thicker black paint marker. And this is what it looks like when the wording is all finished. So the size of my words left quite a bit of white space on the right and the left. So I'm going to take this lid and draw an arch on either side, and then just freehand this, I don't know what you call it, a branch, with my paint marker. One easy way to think about doing this is after you do the top little oval is just make hearts along the line, and then they look like these little leafy branches. So here's my sign with the leafy branches on both sides, but I still felt like it looked a little too plain. So I decided to take some of my nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to hot glue it all around the edges of my sign. And I really like how this works out. The great thing about nautical rope is it's fairly inexpensive. It adds that little bit of farmhouse rustic touch, and you can just hot glue it on. If I did ever decide to take the nautical rope off, I could rip it off and then go ahead and maybe sand around the edges where the hot glue was holding the rope on. So the rope was hot glued all the way around. I did cut it at the corners instead of trying to wrap it around. And here's the finished sign. Thanks so much for joining me for these two farmhouse thrift store makeovers. I'd really love to know which one was your favorite, and did you learn any new techniques in this video? Thanks so much for watching. I will link my other thrift store makeover playlist here, and let me know what you guys would be interested in seeing in the future. Thanks so much. Bye.